welcome back. Today's video is going to be my final video in my little kind of mini travel series that I've been doing over the past like week and a half or so. So today's video is going to be what I pack for beauty, toiletries, makeup, everything like that. I'm gonna come right out and say it, I'm a pretty high maintenance packer. I think that's just kind of what happens when you're really into beauty, because you end up just like incorporating so many beauty products into your routine daily and you don't even realize how many products you're using until you go to pack and you're like, oh, I need this and this and this and this. I feel like mine is also a little bit extra excessive because I am kind of planning for like 2 separate vacations, because we've got the cruise, but then we've also got Disney World. So I'm packing for like hot tropical kind of climate, but then I'm also packing for like an amusement park vacation. So I've got some extra stuff, and like basically I wouldn't have all of this if I was like just spending a week on a cruise or just doing Disney World. But I'm going to go through toiletries first and then makeup towards the end. This video is probably going to be a little bit long, I'm just warning you. I'm gonna go through everything as quickly as possible though. So I do of course have a couple tips for you guys. As I mentioned in my past videos, I've done a fair bit of traveling, so I pretty much got it down to a science. My number 1 tip is to make a list. Now don't start making this list like the night before you're going or like a couple days before even. I'd recommend starting a list a few weeks before you're going to be traveling and write every single thing you're packing on this list. I recommend doing it a little bit in advance, because that way there might be random things you think of throughout the weeks leading up to your trip that you would have missed and forgot to pack otherwise. So I start my list early, and then that way as things pop up into my head I can just add them and make sure I've got everything, and then when I actually go to pack I can go through and check everything off and make sure I am not forgetting anything on my trip. My second tip, and this is a big one, something I always do, is I pack all of my toiletries in Ziploc bags. Every time I hear someone say like, oh no, my shampoo spilled all over my suitcase and all over my clothes and like ruined everything, I'm like, what are you doing? That is so easy to prevent. So yeah, I do all of my beauty products except for my makeup in Ziploc bags. I have a couple different sizes here. That way if something leaks, yeah sure, it's gonna suck that you may have wasted a bunch of product, but it's like so easy to clean. So that is a huge thing that I recommend. So today for this trip I have got 2 large like freezer size Ziploc bags, and then I also have a medium one as well. Usually I would be able to fit everything in here, but I have kind of an excessive amount of sunscreen, which I'll get to in a second. Actually, we'll do that first. So in bag number 1, I've got anything sunscreen related. I also do have bug spray. I figured that just fit in here best because it's like outdoorsy kind of product. So I bug spray. Thank you to everyone who let me know I would definitely need it for Florida in the Disney parks. Then I have a couple sunscreens that I'm trying to use up, and that is the main reason why I have so much in here. So I've got this Copper Tone Clearly Sheer with SPF 30. I got this last summer and it's pretty low, like it only has that much left in it. So I thought I would bring this to use it up. I also know James likes this. He's pretty picky, and this is pretty matte, like it's not greasy and he doesn't mind it. And then also I have my Tarte Guard SPF 30. This is my favorite sunscreen for the face and neck and everything. It's so great if you have sensitive skin and if you're like prone to reactions and rashes and things like that, because it's so gentle. And this actually expires at the end of the month and I still have a fair bit left in here, so I'm bringing this to try and use it up. Me and James are both going to use this, and because of that I'm actually bringing this instead of a day cream, because I know if I bring my day cream with SPF I'm just going to use that and this isn't going to get used up. So I'm going to really try and finish this up. But then also, because this isn't going to last me the entire time, I also brought a couple sunscreens from Bioderma. I got sent these towards the end of the summer and I just never opened them. So I have the SPF 50 Milk. This one is for face and body, and then I have the SPF 40 Spray just for the body. And then the last 2 things in here are Jack Black Lip Balm with SPF 25. If you've ever burned your lips, you know that that's not fun. And then this, I was so excited to find this, you guys. This is the Supergoop Defense Refresh Setting Mist with Rosemary. It is an SPF setting spray, so if you're wearing makeup you can reapply your sunscreen over top. Supergoop is nearly impossible to find in Canada, this product in particular, so when I found this travel spray at Anthropologie in December, I died. I was like, I need this so bad. The brand Kula does have one too, but I've tried that one and it's garbage, and their customer service was terrible when it broke on me, so I was so happy to find this. So that is my sunscreen and bug spray bag. Now we're going to move on to my bag where I have got skincare and hair care. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with skincare. First of all, I have a little mini bottle of Bioderma. This is just the Sense Bio, and then I also have a little half-size pack of cotton rounds. This is what I'm going to use to remove my makeup, and I also figured it'd be nice to freshen up my skin. Like if it's really early on the cruise and I want to go grab breakfast, I can just like, you know, pour a little bit of this on a cotton round, freshen up my face really quick. These I have mentioned a couple times on my channel. These are the Quo Mini Eye Makeup Remover Pads. I don't actually use this to remove my eye makeup because I do have Bioderma, and they're not honestly the best for removing eye makeup, but these are essentially like a a little tiny makeup wipe. So really great if you're doing your makeup and you have like foundation on your hand or foundation on your lips or whatever, just to kind of clean up, because it's so much less wasteful than using like a full makeup wipe just to clean off your hands. So these are a travel staple for me. If you're not Canadian, Simple also does sell them, but they are like twice the price, a little bit more I think even, so I just buy these ones. However, if you actually want one for eye makeup remover, the Simple ones are a little bit better. One thing I forgot to mention is when I'm traveling internationally, I really try and only pack travel sizes, except for sunscreen, because like a travel size sunscreen is not going to last me. But for everything else, I really try and do small sizes as much as I possibly can. Traveling in Canada, I don't really care. I'll pack full sizes if I need to. But next, I have my cleanser, and you guys, I have some serious feels for these travel bottles. I actually mentioned them in a favorites video back in the summer because that's how much I like them. Believe me, I have tried a lot of travel bottles, and these are by far the best, and they're actually from IKEA. They come in a pack of 4. They're literally like dirt cheap. They hold a full 100 ml, so they're actually a good size, and they're also malleable too, so you can actually easily squeeze out the product, especially when you're getting low. I've had some that were like really hard and like it was impossible to get out, like shampoo and stuff. I seriously love these so much, it's ridiculous. If you don't have an IKEA near you though, you can buy them on Amazon, so I'll have them linked down below if I can still find them. But in here, I just have my CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, color coordinated, so I know which one is which. I only filled it up about halfway. I have travel size cleansers, I have travel size skincare and stuff that I could have brought, but I really want to keep my skincare routine the same because it's working so well for me. My skin is looking amazing, so I really didn't want to mess around with it. And one other tip I forgot to mention too, sorry I'm getting a little bit off track. If you are subscribed to like Ipsy or Birchbox or Glossybox or like Sephora Playbox, or you get lots of Sephora 500 point perks, I'd highly recommend saving the deluxe size samples that you get for like skincare and body products and stuff for your trips. I have a drawer in my beauty room specifically for deluxe size samples and minis, so that way when I'm going to be traveling, I can just like rifle through there and find exactly what I need. So a lot of these minis I'm going to be showing you I did already have. I didn't go out and buy all of these specifically for the trip. One thing I don't have in here yet because the container for it is still just being washed is my Original Skin Essence. I have a pink container to put that in, and I'll probably just fill it up like a quarter of the way. Normally that's something I would skip, but once again, that's one thing I really didn't want to sacrifice in my skincare routine, and I'll have my full skincare routine linked down below. The one thing I am not bringing is serum because it's just not something I necessarily need. I do also have my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Night Cream. And then finally for skincare, I have this little baby Clinique Pep Start Eye Cream. This is a 100 point perk at Sephora the other day, and I was like, that's so tiny and perfect. And then I also have the Kate Somerville Exfoliate Gentle. I've yet to try this. And exfoliant is another thing I would typically skip on, but because I have this, I would rather just prefer to bring it because 2 weeks without exfoliating is a little bit long. So moving on to hair care, I have a shampoo and conditioner from Nexus. These are 90 ml each. Shout out to Nexus for having actually good travel sizes for like hair care. I already had these in my stash, so these really came in handy. Then I also have a travel size can of Batiste. Dry shampoo is a necessity for me. The one leave-in hair product that I absolutely need to bring when I'm traveling is a leave-in conditioner. Everything else I can kind of skip, but leave-in conditioner and dry shampoos are the things I need the most. I did have some other ones kicking around, but I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy my favorite. This is the Bumble and Bumble BB Hairdresser Invisible Oil Primer. This is just like a leave-in conditioner that hydrates. It also heat protects too, so it's kind of 2-in-1. And if you've never smelled this line, it smells like coconuts. Like, it's such a nice tropical scent. I think it's gonna be perfect. I also do have a hair oil. Not something I would typically bring once again, but I had this smaller one from BOXYCHARM. This is the PYT Argan Oil Treatment. And then hairspray as well is something I don't always necessarily need. My hair holds a curl really well without hairspray, but for those of you who don't know, I have very naturally straight hair, and so when I'm in a humid climate, instead of getting like big and puffy, my hair gets flatter and just straighter. And I do want to curl my hair, so I was like, Florida humidity, I should probably pack a hairspray, and I already had this little can of the L'Oreal Elnet Hair. This is the Extra Strong Hold. This is my favorite drugstore hairspray. I really like it. And then the curling iron I'm bringing is my Numi Lustrum. I just always curl my hair with the smallest attachment, so that's all I'm going to be bringing. I'm also going to bring a Turby Twist. This is like one of those little head wrap hair towels. I just can't live without these now. And then of course I need to bring a hairbrush. I actually just bought a new hairbrush the other day. I needed a new one anyways. I love my Tangle Teezer, but I'm getting kind of sick of it. I wanted to go back to like a regular brush with a handle. And I knew the trip was coming up, so I bought this Kala Wet and Dry Detangling hairbrush. I try to never brush or comb my hair when it is wet. I try and let it dry fully to avoid breakage, but I figure with like swimming and everything, there might be a time when I need to quickly brush out my hair. So a wet brush I thought would be super handy, and this one's just really cute. Like, I love the color of it. And this is from Simon's randomly. I just saw it there and it was like 12 bucks I think, so I was like, I'm gonna get this. In case you missed my like what's in my carry-on video, I do keep hair ties in my carry-on too. That's why they're not in here, but I am going to pack some of the like soft ribbon style hair ties because I like those for when my hair is wet when I'm swimming, or also for sleeping too, so I don't cause any more breakage. So that was that bag, and also my miscellaneous kind of hair items. I'm also gonna put my deodorant in here. I just don't know where it is at the moment. And then I've also got this little guy for all the random other little toiletries. I told you guys I pack a lot of stuff. So first of all, I have my toothbrush in here, which has a Steri-Pod on it to keep it hygienic. I'm kind of crazy when it comes to my toothbrush. Also, my razor should be in here, but as I went to put it in, the top of it literally snapped off, so I'm gonna have to run to like Safeway and pick up a new one. Then I also have a little mango hand cream from the Body Shop. This is for my small Disney purse. I've got a bunch more of these individually wrapped wet ones because I like these to like wipe off my phone and stuff like that. Once again, got wet wipes because you just never know. Oh, and I do also have toothpaste. This is just the Crest and Scope whitening one. I have a little travel size bottle of my favorite St. Ives lotion. This is a necessity. I did fill this one completely full. Also got tweezers. Another thing, I don't know where they are at the moment, but I want to try and find them, is my brow scissors, just because a little pair of scissors always comes in handy for traveling when you need to open something or cut a thread off. Also have a little pack of Q-tips. I've got some Compeed blister cushion band-aids, and then I also have a little travel size of the Body Shop British Rose shower gel. And then one of my other big major travel tips, I know I've shared this on my channel before a while ago, but for perfume, what I do is I go to Sephora and I ask for samples of my 2 favorite fragrances. That way I don't need to pack the big glass bottles, I don't need roller balls, anything like that. So I got a sample of Tory Burch and Givenchy Dahlia Divin. Really great tip. So that was all of my toiletries. Don't judge me, I warned you guys it was gonna be a lot. Now we're gonna really quickly go through makeup. Okay, so first of all, I have not actually packed my makeup brushes yet because I'm going to wash them the night before so they're as clean as possible, but I do have a brush wrap from Delium Tools that I'm going to be using. It's just pretty standard. It's got like the little flap and all the brushes go in these little pockets here. I'll link my video on my favorite makeup brushes in the description bar down below in case you haven't seen it. That'll give you a pretty good idea of what I'm packing. But yeah, I have that. And then also I'm going to pack 2 beauty blenders. That way I can use one the first week and one the second, and I don't have to worry about washing them or anything. Beauty blenders are a little bit tricky to pack. I put them in just like a Ziploc bag. I poke a few holes in it so it just kind of has the opportunity to ventilate a little bit. I try and really air them out and get them as dry as possible before packing though, and then you just have to unpack them as soon as you get there, and I haven't had any issues doing that. My makeup bag that I take on every single trip is this one from Urban Decay. It's really old, can't get it anymore unfortunately, but it is perfection because it's pretty large. First of all, it's all plastic too, so it's easy to wipe down. That's why I've been able to use it for so many years, and it does have a little zip pocket in there, which is great for like brow pencils and smaller things. So once again, makeup is a little bit excessive because I've got my makeup for like a full face, but then I also have makeup for like really light makeup days. So for primers, I'm bringing my Tarte Brightening Primer and then my Estee Edit Pore Vanishing Stick. This one more for under makeup and this one for light makeup days. I'm bringing my IT Cosmetics CC creams in the shades Fair and Light. I need to mix these together even when I'm at pretty much my lightest. And then I'm also bringing my Tarte Rainforest of the Sea in the shade Fair Light Neutral. You guys know this is my holy grail foundation. I decided to just pack this instead of packing multiple foundations and like darker foundations because I don't know exactly how tan I'm going to get, so I don't want to bring like 1,000,001 different options. So I just have some extra bronzers and stuff to kind of match and see how tan I'm going to get and go from there. I'm gonna go through the other products that I have for my more natural makeup days because there's only a few other things. Got the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I'm bringing my new Pure Cheek Stain, and then also Benefit Do the Hula and my Benefit Precisely My Brow pencil. Then for more full face, I've got my NYX HD concealer, and I also have my RCMA No Color powder. This is the only powder I'm bringing. I'm pretty sure I kind of want to bring something yellow for under my eyes too, but I'm trying to keep it down a little bit. I'm bringing this little mini of the NARS eye primer, and then I also have Anastasia Brow Wiz and my NYX Jar Concealer for my brows. I use this to sculpt my brows. And then the only brow gel I'm bringing is Gimme Brow. I've only actually got 4 products for eye makeup, which is kind of like pat on the back for me. So I have my Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, only palette I'm bringing. It's got everything I need in it. I can do a really solid everyday neutral look. I can do something a little bit more smoky. I can add some color with the purple if I want. It's got a solid transition and brow bone highlight. It's really just got everything I need. And then also I am bringing one of my pure eye polishes if I just want something quick that I can throw on my lid. This is Silk, which is the rose gold one. And then I'm also bringing my Etude House pen liner. Not sure if I'm going to end up wearing liner at all, but just in case, I have the the option. And then also just a tube of my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This is one of my faves. For cheeks, I've got two bronzers. First one is the Marc Jacobs Omega, and I know you're probably like, girl, you have a whole drawer of bronzers and you're gonna bring the biggest one you own, but I just love this bronzer. It looks so nice. It works so well for when I actually do have a tan and need to make my face match, and also the mirror in this is really handy for traveling in case you need a mirror. I am also bringing my Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer. This is a shimmery bronzer, and I find the combination of these two works really well when I'm trying to make my face match my body if my foundation's too light. Like today I've got some self-tan on, so I did the Marc Jacobs on the outside of my face and then this all over the center, and it just ends up looking really natural. I find using a matte bronzer all over the face can end up looking a little bit muddy. I've got my favorite contour powder. You guys know I keep it in this little Tarte compact, but it is Fawn from Anastasia. For blush, all I'm bringing is Too Faced Papa Don't Peach. I've been wearing this non-stop and it'll go with everything. And then for highlight, same kind of thing. I wanted something that would go with everything, so I'm bringing BECCA Moonstone. I've heard some people say these break when they're traveling, but I've never had any issues, so fingers crossed. And finally for lips, this is the one category that I'm sure is probably going to change. I don't know, I haven't firmly decided on all of these shades yet. I really don't end up wearing a lot of lipstick when I'm traveling. But I have the Too Faced Sweet Peach Oil Gloss in Papa Don't Peach. I also have my Tarte Namaste Lip Paint. I've been getting back into wearing this, and I like that this is a liquid lipstick because I feel like it'll be good for at Disney and everything to actually stay on, but at the same time it's still a really great nude. And then I also grabbed a Bite Meringue, which is what I have on my lips today for just like a more creamier nude option. And then I grabbed MAC Uncontrollable, which I just watched in my video on the Color Rocker collection. I love this and it's so fun. And I do want to bring more of an orange lip because I feel like it's just like so tropical and fun. Oh, that was everything. Bless you if you made it this far into the video. We are now officially best friends. I know it's a lot, I know it's extra, but that is what I pack for a 2-week vacation with like 2 different separate styles of trip in one. I will try and link everything in the description bar down below as always, and I will link my past couple travel videos that I did in the description bar as well. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, if it helped you out in any way, give you some new ideas for things to pack. Go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. I am at Sari Rihanna on all 3, and hit that subscribe button down below if you are new here, but I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys!